The Buffalo Bills are being forced to change their draft strategy due to the money that we've allocated to players such as Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, Deion Dawkins, Matt Milano. There's only so much money to go around, and the question came up during the NFL Combine to Brandon Beane specifically, asking about the need to depend on rookies going forward. And the fact is that we are, and Brandon Beane stated that he needs to do a better job bringing in players that can contribute sooner, that don't necessarily need a lot of development or a season to develop. We need to get the most out of the players coming out of this NFL draft. So when we look at this and understand this, we can say that the ideal rookie coming out would be a rookie with a lot of experience and also a rookie that has played for a top-notch program in college. So we're going to take a look at my top prospects coming out, and they all played for some great programs. So talking about the need to evolve our offense and evolve as a team, why wouldn't our front office evolve as well? And proof is that the money is just not necessarily there to bring in other free agents, right? You even heard it. Brandon Beane said, I wouldn't expect a Von Miller type signing this offseason, just simply because we don't have the money to do it. So when you don't have the money, even though you are still a free agent destination because you're winning, right? You can't bring everyone in. And now we've allocated that money to other positions. We need to get the most out of the rookies coming out. And before, the Bills had a luxury of drafting high in the draft. You know, when Sean McDermott first got here, we were drafting so high, right? And then Brandon Beane came in. We had a little salary cap issue. He fixed that. But the Bills still had a luxury of drafting extremely high in the NFL draft. And we had a luxury that we could rely on guys like Leslie Frazier and our coaching staff to develop these players, to get them up to speed, right? But now we are a good enough team where we need guys to contribute right now. We can't have time to develop players behind us because they're not going to make this team, and they're just going to end up scooped up by other teams, right? You see it, guys like Isaiah Hodgins getting picked up by the Giants. It's just tough. It's tough. We got to get guys that can come in and contribute right now. So programs such as like Alabama, Clemson, Ole Miss, Baylor, like all these teams. And also we have to take a look at the competition that they went against. For example, two of my top prospects, Trenton Simpson, middle linebacker for Clemson, as well as Drew Sanders, linebacker for Arkansas. You could say, oh, Clemson, well, that definitely fits the bill. 6'3", 230 pounds. Simpson flying around that football field, ran a 4.5 40. Tremaine Edmonds ran a 4.55 40. Drew Sanders didn't run the 40, but he's 6'5", 230 pounds. Could definitely show some moves out there as well. But the fact is, when you look at it, Clemson sounds nicer, but this past season, Drew Sanders went against 6 nationally ranked football programs, whereas Simpson only went against 4. Simpson had 2 sacks on the season, never came away with an interception throughout his NFL or throughout his college career. Drew Sanders had 9.5 sacks last year, and he went against 6 nationally ranked programs. So you have to also take a look at that. And I know Sean McDermott, they have to have the trust. They have to have the trust in that program and the coaching, developing the players in college. Al Holcomb, the linebacker coach, makes a lot of sense to be eyeing up a linebacker, especially if we're not able to retain a guy like Tremaine Edmonds. And you look at it, Tremaine Edmonds did not go to a big-time program. He needed time to develop. He needed time to get ready in the NFL. It's tough. It's tough finding these hidden gems to come in and develop them. So maybe it makes sense letting go of Leslie Frazier. Leslie Frazier is one of the best coaches in the NFL at coaching the fundamentals, coaching actual football technique, maybe not play calling. Maybe that's a struggle of his. So the Bills are starting their transition. They are starting to evolve. And this team is going to really depend on rookies coming in and contributing right away. So another program that's highly ranked is Ohio State. Ohio State having a great program, going against top-notch competition. And there are two prospects the Buffalo Bills should consider at 27th overall. Been saying it and pounding the table here for Jackson Smith-Njigba, wide receiver. JSN would come in and solidify that slot position for the Bills. You got Stephon Diggs, Gabe Davis, and JSN in the slot would be so dynamic. He has played so well at Ohio State, going against great teams and teams being forced to play zone against him, so he knows how to sit in zone coverage, exactly how the Buffalo Bills get played. Ohio State, DeWan Jones, the right tackle, absolutely huge, a mammoth of a human being, truly a dancing bear. He is 6'8", 370 pounds. He's absolutely huge, and he moves very well. Just check out the Reese Senior Bowl. They had him moving. They had him pass blocking. That would be excellent competition for Spencer Brown. The thought we've had and discussed on Spencer Brown is that I guess he did have offseason back surgery before the start of 2022. Plus, he did hurt his ankle very bad, was seen in a walking boot after the Kansas City Chiefs game. So I want to know how much that hindered Spencer Brown. He truly was not himself from that rookie year. I think took a step back from his rookie year. But the Bills definitely need to be eyeing up some competition there. And why not an Ohio State right tackle with experience going against top-notch competition? I absolutely like it. I think that would be absolutely huge for the Buffalo Bills. Now, another player in top-notch program, Brian Branch, safety, another plausible pick at 27th overall, would be dynamic for the Buffalo Bills. 6 foot, 193 pounds, about the same size as Jordan Poyer, would be a great replacement to Jordan Poyer. But Alabama, are you kidding me? One of the best program in college football, getting these players pro ready. He could be a plug and play starter for the Buffalo Bills going forward. Absolutely huge. We have to consider these players. Another guy I really like is Siaki Ika, defensive tackle. He's 6'3", 350 plus pounds. You're not going to be able to move this guy off the football. You look at what the Buffalo Bills have been trying to implement here. I mean, Star Lotulelei did it very well when he was here. That gap filler, that big plug. And I think, again, Ed Oliver is capped by the player that's next to him at defensive tackle. He's only going to be as good as the player that's next to him, Ed. We need to develop a true threat next to Ed Oliver. And yes, Daquan Jones wasn't there against the Cincinnati Bengals in the playoffs. We need more consistency. You know, Jordan Phillips isn't here anymore, right? We got to make some moves. And playing for Baylor, another top-notch program in college, Siaki Ika could definitely come here right alongside Ed Oliver and just completely ball out of control. So again, the Buffalo Bills definitely have evolved. Their draft strategy is definitely changed because we need more out of the players coming here to Buffalo. You know, why sign a player and just have them be cut and re-signed by a different team? And this definitely proposes a thought of potentially trading up multiple times in this year's NFL draft and next year. So check out my next video. We're going to be discussing that further. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please hit like, subscribe. Keep helping me progress this channel and get out to more Bills fan. Go Bills! Peace.